All right, we took a lunch break and we're back to talk about Feathered Friends. This is part 4 in our video series, our what we call it, Pro Light Top 5 series, where we're discussing best winter sleeping bags. In the last video, we were talking about Western Mountaineering, and now we're going to talk about Feathered Friends. So, if we've already got, you know, a pretty broad offering from Western Mountaineering, made in the USA, why bring in Feathered Friends and offer those products for sale as well?
You know, Feathered Friends is another great company. They've been made in Seattle since 1972. They've got a great heritage around the world as a fantastic bag. They use incredible down, and they use a different shell material than Western Mountaineering and Blondrin. This is actually a Scholler nanosphere material, and it's not a DWR. It's actually a permanent, not coating, but it's a permanent process they use on the nylon itself. They basically grind up like filling material or replacement hip material to an extremely small particle, and then impregnate it onto the nylon. It creates these little fistulas, or like little tiny fingers sticking up all over it, that keeps the water beating up and rolling off. It won't adhere to it.
Yeah, we started to maybe get into that a little bit in that last video where we're talking about how DWR actually works, and it works by reducing the surface area tension so that the water doesn't have anything to adhere to, or less to adhere to.
The really neat part about the nanosphere technology versus a DWR is you can pour oil all over these bags and it won't stick either. You can pour ketchup, you can do anything you want to these bags and it really doesn't stick. Stains really don't.
I don't want to try that right now.
Not either. It's all over their website there. You can see them pouring ketchup on things. It's crazy.
All right, so similar to Western Mountaineering in that very high quality construction, you know, high quality down, best materials. Different in that they're using slightly different fabrics in the construction.
Different fabrics and different cuts.
Okay.
You'll find
Why don't you talk about the cuts a little bit?
We'll talk about their Light Flight series, for instance. They have 4 different girths for a 30-degree bag, but all the same 30-degree warmth rating. Some have a little more down for the long, some have a little more down because of the width, but they all have the 30-degree rating. But they come in 4 different measurements, a 54, a 56, a 58, and a 64.
Okay, so let's get back to talking about Feathered Friends versus Western Mountaineering. Pros and cons. Is one better than the other?
No, none. I think they're both equivalent bags as you compare specs back and forth. I think what they are is 2 different bags for 2 different people. Western Mountaineering is going to fit someone with a different body shape than Feathered Friends. Feathered Friends is going to fit someone with a different body shape than Western Mountaineering.
How about when it comes to the fabrics themselves? Western Mountaineering bags and Feathered Friends bags are about the same weight, but about the same price, but the weight is a little bit different.
Feathered Friends bags for the equivalent warmth bag compared to Western Mountaineering are going to be a tiny bit heavier, but what you receive out of that little tiny weight penalty is a much more durable bag. Those very super lightweight fabrics in the Extreme Light series from Western Mountaineering just don't stack up to the durability of these bags. So you're still getting the incredible high quality, but just a little bit more durability.
So like in most things, there's a bit of a trade-off.
Right.
You know, when you go with something that's maybe on the lighter side of things, you sometimes sacrifice a bit of durability.
Correct. And people that use those Extreme Light series bags know that they kind of have to use kid gloves. They've got to really look where they put them and what's on their bag. These you can beat on, and they're still going to smile at you, and they're still going to be just as water resistant after 100 washes as they were the day you bought them, because the process of doing that is actually permanent.
Okay.
It's embedded in the nylon.
So, but when people purchase a sleeping bag, you know, they typically try to get more than one season out of it.
Right.
You're not saying that a Western Mountaineering bag isn't going to make it through a season. It's a durable bag. It's just maybe not quite as durable as the fabrics that are used.
Western Mountaineering, you can use those bags endlessly. I've had one for the last 8 years now. It's still going strong. If you go fabric to fabric comparison,
this fabric is slightly more durable.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else to talk about on the Feathered Friends bags?
Pretty much the same feature set as you find in any box baffle construction sleeping bag. It has a great neck baffle. It has a single down tube insulating the zipper.
That is one difference. If you get down into the very cold weather bags in Western Mountaineering, like the Puma, you're going to go with the interlocking draft collars on the zippers.
Not just an oversized single.
Not draft collars, draft
tubes, whatever they're called.
Yeah. Okay, anything else on Feathered Friends?
I think that's about it.
Made in the United States, high quality bag, high quality materials, and on the higher end of the price point, but as with most things, you get what you pay for.
100%.
All right, so one other premier sleeping bag brand to talk about is Volandre. We'll talk about that in the next video.
Sounds good.
All right.